In this video, we experience the reality of what life is really like in Sicily. And despite having some really tough days, we find out more reasons to why this island is so special.
Good morning, guys, from our home in Sicily. Now, it may look idyllic waking up with the sun shining, the blue skies and the lovely view, but in actual fact, it was freezing last night, so we all ended up huddled in the bed together to keep each other warm.
Who would have thought that buying a house in the mountains with no heating would have been cold in winter? Not me, because I am that silly and I don't always think of these things. So buying a heater is now the priority for us. But it's not just that. We have also found that the hot water doesn't work, so we can't shower here either, just for good measure. So basically the house really isn't ready for us whatsoever. But by spending time here, we are learning basically all the things that we need to be able to spend more than one night at a time here. But we're not going to let that put us off, because it's still absolutely wonderful here in Sicily. And we've been desperate to go and travel around. So we're going to take advantage of this beautiful island, and somewhere we've wanted to visit for a while. And basically where we live is situated in between two big national parks, and straight over there in the distance is one of the national parks. So the idea is to go and spend a couple of nights over there somewhere before looking into heating solutions for our house. We are living the good life here. I've just had a delicious meal made for me by my love.
No problem.
I've just got back from getting some paperwork done, and I just have to tell you about how crazy it is here compared to back home. So last time we were here, I went and got the water switched on, but didn't have the necessary paperwork to do it. And in England, that would mean that you don't get to have water. But here, just on a handshake, they turned on the water for us and just said, you know, next time you're back in Sicily, come and sort it out. Like, it's just ridiculous.
It's going to take some adjustment, isn't it, to get used to this kind of living, this way of living in this kind of community where you have stuff like that.
This is massive.
So cold, and I feel so ridiculous for not expecting this. The sun's shining, it's clear blue skies, and it is in the 20s in the daytime, but as soon as the house is out of the sun, it's freezing. I'm tempted to go and sneak into the bedroom and hopefully not wake Noah up and slide under the covers and just get warm in there.
It's funny, while he sleeps, apart from like speaking to you guys and eating, we've kind of got nothing to do.
We're just waiting for him.
So we're just sort of stood in our abandoned house. So we're just gonna linger and loiter until Noah wakes up.
Is it loitering if it's your own house?
No, but I'll loiter outside, because that's what the locals do as well. And do you remember, if you've been to Europe, and at least this doesn't happen in England, is that just men like to linger, typically older men.
And they're always sitting outside cafes just watching people.
Well, not even
past.
necessarily cafes, they could just be like on the street.
Yeah.
And not always even as a group, like they're not just chatting, they're just sat in silence.
Just sitting outside having some fresh air,
Yeah.
fresh mountain air.
I'm a natterer, so like I'm not going to sit in silence for nobody.
Sun is so nice. It really makes me wish that we had that roof terrace that we are dreaming of getting done now, so that I could be sat up there in the sun instead of out on the street like a little scamp.
We have a contact for an architect, and we're going to try and get them to come out and see the house while we're out here, so we can potentially work on getting a sun terrace. And I'm feeling extremely lucky, because in the UK right now is a really crazy cold snap, and they're having flooding and it's super cold, snow. I mean, we're just so unbelievably lucky to have a place to escape the winter.
Yeah, we're
And,
complaining that it's cold, but that's probably just our underpreparedness. It's not actually that cold. When I'm sat here in the sun, it's quite toasty.
Wake up. Hello.
Hello there.
We're in the national park.
Yeah, we are. I don't fully trust this road though. I feel like it could just stop and just turn into a cliff face at any moment.
We've had a few issues with Google Maps taking us on some very questionable routes out here in Sicily, and
We're hoping this is
that this isn't going to be another time where that happens.
We have just arrived, and first impressions, this place is amazing. We've got this cute little place that is heated up using a log burner.
And have you seen the mountain behind?
Yes. Isn't it epic?
When we were driving here, we were just getting kind of Yosemite vibes or just America vibes. And basically, whenever we're in nice nature, we're always like, wow, it really reminds us of America. And that's either because America has some of the best nature, or we're just not that well travelled.
I wish I could take credit for this place, but I can't. Alex is actually the best when it comes to finding little places like this that I don't know how he goes about finding them, but he does. And he never ceases to amaze me with some of the spots he's found for us over the years. And I am curious, for other couples out there watching, is there one of you who's like the travel planner who always manages to find the best deals or the best spots? Because I want to think that I'm that person, but I'm definitely not. The owners have just brought us a couple of bottles of their red wine, which they grow right here and make right here themselves. It's all organic. It's made where we can see it, and it's so good. But you know it's local and there's not even a label on the bottle. It's absolute madness. I've seen a few bottles around the place that just have the year slapped on a sticker on the front, and that's it. So I can't tell you anything about it, but it's delicious.
What are you making?
I have no idea. This is all the ingredients we have, so this is what we're making. All we have is potatoes, mushrooms, and eggs. Kind of like a potato scramble.
With Christmas around the corner, it is that time of year again where you rack your brains trying to figure out, what do I get that person who's impossible to buy for? Luckily today we have a solution for you with today's video sponsor, Holtzgren.
We are super happy for Holtzgren to be the sponsors of today's video because we have been wearing their products for years and we absolutely love them. One of my favorite Christmas gifts I've ever had was a watch that was given to me by my dad when I was in my teens. Now, I absolutely adored that watch. I wore it every single day, and the fact that it was given to me by my dad just made it all the more special. I no longer have that watch, unfortunately, but I do have a new favorite from Holtzgren, and I love it so much. Holtzgren crafts stunning, high-quality watches and jewelry made from natural materials like wood and stone. For example, this watch here is made from walnut wood and a real peacock feather, I've never seen anything like this before, and I love how unique it is. If you're looking for something really unique and special to give to someone in your life this year, then Holzgen products are the perfect gift. They offer free express worldwide delivery and even pay the custom fees themselves. And if you're a last-minute shopper like I am, as long as you place your orders before the 19th of December, they guarantee delivery by Christmas Day. I honestly love this brand and their style so much, which is why we've chosen to partner with them. So if you're looking for some stress-free Christmas shopping for something special, make sure to check out our link, which we will leave down in the description,
and make sure to use our discount code TRAVELBEANS for 15% off.
We have had a nightmare the last few days.
it's not been the best.
So the national park was incredible.
Absolutely outstanding.
Well, what we got to see of it. Unfortunately, we planned to do lots of things there, lots of hiking. In the end, we only got to drive in and out, as Emma, I, and Noah have been sick for the last 3 days.
We've all had some kind of awful stomach virus, and we have just been confined to the Airbnb for the last couple of days. So we have done nothing.
That national park feels like an absolute jackpot that it's only an hour from our house.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be going there and showing you more of it in the future. But for now, we've managed to muster up the energy to get back to our house because today I had a meeting with the architect, which was very, very exciting.
So exciting. All the potential plans that we have for this place, we were able to tell them about, and they were able to tell us what's possible or not possible. So the meeting was really, really helpful. We actually have to leave this afternoon, so we need to get this house all closed up and ready for the winter here without us.
We've got our child labour on the case.
Helping us do a bit of tidying.
Sweep the chimneys.
A bit of everything. We just need to lock everything up. We need to make sure the water and electricity and everything's switched off as well. Make sure everything's closed up. And look forward to coming back in a couple of months.
We have decided to spend our last couple of days here in Sicily in a place called Taormina, which we have been looking forward to visiting for so long. Unfortunately, it has been a bit of a write-off though, as yesterday all afternoon we were still feeling really unwell, and so we were just in bed all afternoon. And then today Alex is still not feeling 100%, so he's actually gone back to the Airbnb with Noah to put him down for his nap and to have a little rest. And I thought, as I'm actually feeling a lot better, I'm going to take the opportunity to go off and explore on my own, which doesn't happen very often. Alex is the one who does most of the filming, so I apologize in advance if this isn't quite up to scratch, but I'm going to do my best. It feels so good to have a little bit of me time after the last few days of really intense parenting. I mean, parenting when you're sick is tough enough, but when you're both sick, it's been so hard. This park is absolutely stonking, you guys. This is just the community park in the center of town. And it is gorgeous. It's got incredible views out along the coastline. It's got all these lovely little walkways hidden between the bushes, so even though it's got quite a few people around, you feel like you can find a little corner for yourself. I think I'm also feeling super grateful because usually when Alex and I get sick on a trip, we say we'll go back to that place to see it and see everything that we've missed, but that doesn't often happen in reality. But now that we have a home here in Sicily, it means that we can actually come and revisit with relative ease. So I'm pretty confident that we'll be back here again.
I have made it to the amphitheatre, and I'm really feeling the last few days of not eating very much food, being able to keep very much food down. So I'm going to be taking it very easy and very slowly while I'm here. But the views from up here looking over the coastline are absolutely spectacular. Even if you're not that into seeing the amphitheatre yourself, it's worth coming up here just for the views alone. Let me show you. This ancient Greek amphitheatre is definitely one of the main sights to see here in Taormina. However, I imagine in the peak of summer it is super ramoed and also pretty boiling, as you're right at the top up here, super exposed to the sun. However, this time of year is definitely a great time to come visit, because not only is it quiet, but the temperature is lovely and you have the clear blue sky, so you still have those lovely views all around. They also still use this place as a venue for events, and I believe the Taormina Film Festival is actually held here. So for any film buffs out there who are interested in visiting this place, that could be a really great time to come to be able to see the place actually being used for an event. I have had such a wonderful afternoon exploring on my own, but now it's time to head back and check on the boys at our Airbnb, which is somewhere over there.
Good morning. I am alive again. Well, I'd say alive. I'm sucking it up because we have to fly today, so I have no choice but to be alive. And this is a very odd job to get sick on, because I can't really call up the boss and say, can I have today off?
Well, because the answer's no, you can't.
No.
I'm the boss.
No, I'm the boss. I'm like, no, we can't have a day off. So Emma's like, fine, I'll go out and film then. So to force me to rest.
I had a lovely day.
And I didn't. We've only got like an hour until we have to leave to go to the airport. I really didn't want to have come this far and then not see this place, so I'm kind of forcing myself to get out this morning. It's also a good excuse to try and tucker this one out before the flight from hell. This place has become very popular over the last couple of years because it was featured in the show White Lotus, like Cefalu in a previous video. We wanted to come and visit off season because I've heard from Luca and Sarah that this place is overrun these days. It's noticeably different to all of the other smaller towns we've been to in Sicily, because all of those have independent shops that you didn't see any brands basically at all.
Yeah, all the big luxury brands are here. So you've got like Dior and Dolce & Gabbana and all those kind of shops which I would never go into, Rolex, things like that. So it is quite different, isn't it? It's obviously made for a very certain clientele, and that's not us.
So that is it for our time here in Sicily, and although it has been hard, it's been really nice to explore a little bit and to fall further in love with this amazing island.
Thanks so much to our amazing patrons, and if you like the video, give it a big fat thumbs up, and make sure you check out Holtzgen and use Travel Beans to get 15% off a gift for Christmas. And there's nothing left to say but thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and beans out.